So I've done some embellishing on the other two trays, and this poor guy isn't getting any special treatment. So I thought I would play with these. Now this is a chameleon, but it's a flake. So it kind of behaves similar to like I guess you could say foils do. It's super, super lightweight, but also with chameleons, they shift colors. So this is kind of the peacock range, the blues, the greens, the purples. Now I know there's no greens in here, but it seems like the one that would match it the most. So we're gonna mess around with that. And I believe this will work. And I'm also gonna use this stuff. Howdy, howdy, this is Clara Lawrence. All right, I have my paintbrush that is going to meet its doom because I'm going to be playing around with some glue. And here's the thing, if you're using any kind of glue adhesive or something like that with your brushes, don't use your nice brushes, use your throwaway ones. Because if this glue starts to, dry at all on your brush, it's pretty much toast. So just a note there. But this stuff here, we were messing around a little bit with it with the mass around Halloween time frame, Eric and I. And this stuff coming out of the jar is very, very similar to like a flake. And if you've ever seen flakes that are already crushed up in a jar, it's like one of those things that you'll never seem to go through the abundance of it. It's so lightweight. And it's just endless, endless, endless coming out of the cup. Now, I would show you that, except for that once I start that process, it's like, how do you clean it up and how do you get it back in the cup? It's kind of like that comforter. How do you ever fold it back up and stick it in that bag? So this is similar to that. And you could tell it's already flattened out on the bottom of this thing. So these things are pretty well packed. And I thought I would use the Mona Lisa again and some brush strokes again. But with applying, see if I can do some strokes with the glue and then putting the metal flake down. But I thought I would do one more step too, and that is, and this is the part I don't know about. So this is her actual, Erica's line of, was it called Two-Faced Chameleons? And this is the Dalmatian Obsession, which is a blue-green shift, I believe. And it should show up on these darker colors here. But this is a very, very fine mica sparkle. So I'm not sure if this is going to adhere to the Mona Lisa or not. So this is a little bit of an experiment. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? We're going to find out. So either way, it should add some sparkle. All right, let me get that. Okay, here we go. So all right, so this is one of those things that will dry to a tacky state. You feel the tackiness of it if you touch it. And I believe it dries clear. There's some adhesives meant for foils that will, I believe, go on red. And possibly stay red. I don't know, or dry clear, or go on red and dry clear. I don't know. But those are meant for doing the gold foil, and I think the red underneath the gold makes the gold brighter. All right, do a couple bold stripes or bold swipes, and then I'll do some skinny ones. I don't want it to be all this stuff, because you can easily get carried away. And the other thing that's really tricky is trying to remember where the adhesive was when you paint it, because sometimes it's like on, and I'm already finding it out on this stuff. Once it starts drying, it's like, okay, where was it? It's hard to see it. So I may have to sprinkle some stuff around and start moving it around with my hands to find out where it is. So, see if I can wipe off my brush a little bit and try and salvage it somewhat. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I can kind of see it a little bit, but all right, I know I have some here, but you can see how it's shiny there and it goes matte there. I mean, it is subtle, but you can definitely, you can feel a little bit of tackiness there. So yeah, we're gonna give this a shot. All right, I had to turn off my fan that's above me because I figured that these flakes might be not appreciative of the fan, and I also decided to put a parchment paper underneath it here too. So in case anything sprinkles out, I might be able to gather it up and put it back in here. Kind of like when you're doing glitter and you pour glitter over an item, if you put a flat piece of paper below it, whatever goes off the item or brushes off the item, you can fold up the paper and kind of pour it back in your container. So let's see if I can see that a little bit. Nope, not really. Okay, so you can see how this is a really light flake. And it's like you can't even feel it with your fingers. So I'm literally gonna be sprinkling it on top here, and then oh, it's in the air already. It didn't take long. Ah! Let's see. Do I have anything I can pounce with? I'll be back. So not prepared. All right, I got a brush from when I was trying to do some gold foil behind, and it's a nice flat brush. I'm gonna get a lot of this stuff on the brush, but just to tap it in and also to move it around. You see the stuff fluttering in the air? I don't know if you can see it. My husband's gonna be like, how did I have glitter in my electronics? I don't know, dear. How did that happen? So you see how it's picking up the adhesive over here and it's attaching itself just by me moving it around. I'm trying to get all this flake to move around before I add some more to it. All right, let me put you up in the stand. I was noticing that I was working one place and yet the camera was focused on something else. So I'm tapping it down just to make sure it's got good contact with the adhesive. And at some point I'll have to take this over to the trash can and just brush it off really, really good. Oh, there's so much in the air. So you're starting to get some of the brush strokes here. Okay, if you want your space nice, neat, and tidy, I wouldn't recommend gold foil. Just saying. Or foiling, I should say. All right, how do we get you over there? You're not gonna go over there, are you? Okay, I'll just keep on. Maybe I can transfer. Well, that worked. I just dipped it in. Now, foil is also light enough that just by doing this, it's almost gonna break it down to a powder in a way. Let's see. I'm like trying not to breathe. And what I'll probably do when this is done, drying completely, is I might do a spray sealer just to make sure it's no particles are loose and it stays adhered. And that way it doesn't fly around when I'm doing the resin. All right, do I have everything? I think so. What I have is a mess. All right, I don't think that's going back in the cup. Definitely. This is quite a mess. Now all I'm doing here is just getting rid of all the loose pieces that are not going to adhere down really well. It's almost kind of a burnishing. And it went from a bumpy texture to a smooth texture by doing that real quick. All right, I'm gonna go take care of the loose stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, got this pretty well cleaned off, and hey, we're gonna try and see if we can get that chameleon to work. And I might even go and try and brush over some of the foil. I don't know if I'm pushing it there, but why not? I'm already gonna break the rules, might as well do it completely, right? All right, we're gonna leave it at that, just a few bits. Just wiping off the glue as much as I can on my brush. Like I said, it's a crappy brush, so don't take a personal brush, sorry. Okay, that shouldn't take very long to dry. Oh boy. I wish it was a colored one, then it would be easier to find. All right, Let's see if glitter will work. It does. Stuff is super fine, like a fine glitter is. Where's some? It's also like finding an invisible message or something. All right. There's something tacky right here. You definitely know when you hit it because it stops right there. So I did some tumblers today, and I put some, meaning I sealed them up with some of that UV spray. And I got some UV spray on my fingers, and I think that also acts as an adhesive too, because I've got glitter all over my fingers, or the chameleon flakes. Let's see. I think that's it. See, it's stuck on my fingers really well. So I'm just moving the loose stuff around so it has a chance to find the glue. In fact, more's coming up very, very slight. Like this one was barely showing, but now it's showing a lot more. It has a lot more definition to it. Okay, I'm kind of digging it with the chameleon stuff, I have to admit. Oh, this is going to be fun. Now, let me show you guys. I don't know what you guys were seeing, but yeah. So this area here, that's all the chameleon powder or glitter that I just put down. I don't want to call it glitter, the micas. And then, let's see, I'm losing track here. This was showing up as purple here. And it kind of goes to a darker color, but in my view, it's like a darker purple and a really brilliant purple here. When I took it outside, it shifted to that green bluish color, strong. But that looks fun. And it's interesting that this area here almost looks like it's in there a lot thicker. I might work that around with my brush a little bit more. See if I can even that out a little bit. I've got very fine bits on the wood. Actually, I might leave that and just do a clear coat on the outside when I do my resin. That might be fun. A lot going on this. I'm excited. All right, we can do the whole zooming in thing and give you guys that close up. All right, ready for your zoom? Shunk. Well, that's interesting. That little wood grain there really pops out now. So a lot of different kinds of sparkle. This is going to have a lot of shifting properties in it. Between the color shift and the paint to the chameleons. And next step is resin. Cool. I'm excited. There you go. All right, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the bell to get notified next time I put a video up. Check in the description below for any links of supplies I use, as well as my Etsy store. And all the colors I get for my resin and products and such, I get from Artist Till Death. The Chameleon glitter, the Too Faced Chameleon, and the Color Obsession Chameleon Flakes also came from ATD. So check them out. All right, there you go.